My name is Emily Kepik, and I run the science lab at CS 102 in Parkchester in the Bronx. I am from Arlington, Texas, and I came to New York for a new challenge, a new experience to reach new children and just expand my own horizons. It has definitely expanded my horizons. I have met such a different mix of students than you would get just in a town in Texas. And I have learned so many new ways of teaching, just learning how to relate to these students. Many of my students have never used science equipment or never had the opportunity to think in an inquiry way. And to be able to expose them to that and to be able to expand their minds and have them start thinking like a scientist is very rewarding and also kind of interesting at times when they go off the deep end. Coming from a town in Texas, diversity is not as huge as it is in New York City. What I find the challenge of that is creating an experience in my classroom that all of my children can relate to. That is nice to use in a science classroom because we can just create a lab and then they have that experience. What I feel is unique about New York City is that there are so many choices. There's everything and anything as a possibility here. And my role as a teacher, I feel, is to make sure my students make the right choices so that they can be a productive member of this great city. What I would tell a teacher who wasn't sure of teaching in New York City is the opportunities that you have here as a teacher are so vast. There is a school, there is a spot that fits you. You will find a niche here, and it may not be the first school you go to, but there was always an opportunity for growth and for change, and you will find what you want. It was such a huge decision to leave my home that I grew up in Texas and move to this huge city and decide, oh, I can teach here too. I am proud of myself for being able to relate to my students and for them to be able to relate to me, I think is probably my proudest amenity of this year, because that means I'm taking the time to learn them and who they are and what their culture is. You could not find this in Texas. I mean, we have lots of many different types of people, but not all in one place. I teach NYC because I care about what the city produces. I want my students to leave the school system with a sense of purpose and the tools that will take them wherever they want to go.